Hello, welcome back. Um, so today I figured we would get the. Well, first we're gonna drain the thing. Drain the. I don't know. I don't remember. Is I. A lot of stuff is like. I have a vague memory of what you're supposed to do. Okay, good. And this drains. And I can go out here. Um. Yahoo. And hole. So we're gonna get the Invisalign cap. I don't know why I said that. That was stupid. Is this? There's one up there. Huh. I almost wonder if I shouldn't just kill myself. Alright. Oh fuck. Do I have to go and drain it again? Oh no, I don't. Okay. This is a different hole, yeah. Um. I wonder. I wonder why they didn't include. I mean, maybe it was just another situation where they were trying to be cheap. But I wonder. I wonder why they didn't include this game and Super Mario 64 DS on here. Because I don't know. I feel like Super Mario 64 DS. I feel like could be. Maybe not. Maybe not. I feel like it could be the definitive version of the game if they like all they would just have to tweak it so that you don't have to. So there isn't a run button anymore, and you actually have like analog control. And I feel like that would be like that would be a really cool version to play, and it would like fix the only like big issue with that game. That's like whenever I think of like Super Mario 64 DS is like the one game that I actually associate with like the original Nintendo DS and not like the DS Lite or anything. I think I only saw an original DS like once in my life. And it was like it was when I was like younger. I had like I talked to like a therapist or whatever. Cause I don't know. I was a shitty little kid, so I had like behavioral issues or whatever. So my parents had me talk to like a therapist for whatever for it. So I went to like a therapist at like the nearby college in my city. Um, um, and like I remember seeing like because I was really young. I was like I don't know. I was like I want to say like 7, which I mean isn't. I could have been younger, but like that, yeah. Uh, Regardless, that's just like. So I remember like seeing someone playing like on an original DS. I didn't even know what they were playing. I think they were playing like I think they were just playing like Meteos or something. Um, and I remember being like fascinated with it because I hadn't the only like gaming device that I had at that point was like I had a ooh, hope that wasn't a coin. Um, the only gaming device that I had at that point was a like one of those like V Smiles. Like it was like this like shitty like learning gaming device. Because my parents were always kind of like I don't know hesitant to get me buy me video game things. Like it was something that I had to like discover from people at school. Like and then I had to like go out and ask um, for gaming devices, and if I was lucky, I would get them at Christmas. Like my parents were, they were always like nice about it. They were never like, you know, if I wanted like a DS for Christmas, they were gonna give me a DS for Christmas. But yeah, that one time at the college was like I saw like some college student um playing on an original DS. I remember being like really fascinated with it cause fuck, cause I was like, oh, what is this fantastic contraption? It also like didn't help, like the original DS is like it's kind of a piece of work in design. It was really wacky. Like it kind of like resembled like a Nokia phone, you know? Which I mean I guess was a very like mid 2000s sort of design. Was that a coin? God damn it. Alright, just fly off, Mario. Like the weird thing is I'm like I'm killing myself over and over to get to try to get this, but like I end up with more lives every time. I think I started this with like 2. Oh, it's not. It's a box that has a 1-up. Alright. Well, at least I know that this isn't, you know, essential to get all the red coins. Alright. Yep. Collecting 1-ups. This actually isn't a bad stage to farm 1-ups. They just kind of give them to you in large doses. Alright. Let's give this part a shot again. Well, I had that, and I decided to... Alright. No! Come on! Ah! I was hoping he would grab it. Whoa! 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 Gripping commentary right now. Trying to think of shit to say. In terms of like, oh fuck me. In terms of like other content for this channel, coming up, I was planning on getting together with Will and playing Kirby's Adventure. We already have footage from a Sonic Colors Let's Play that we did like a year ago and still haven't uploaded. Mainly just because we wanted to kind of like get everything in bulk before we started just like uploading, or at least be able to get like a schedule. So that stuff might appear on the channel pretty soon coming up. I mean, if things go right, maybe it'll come out before this video even gets uploaded, but we'll see. You know, this nobody's watching this avidly. So it's not like we can make like any monetization or money on this. This is purely just for fun. Fuck me. Yeah, fun's a word for it. God damn it. Um. I'm not saying anything again. God damn it. I just can't. Oh, fuck me. Well, I'm spending this whole episode just trying to do this. Was yeah. I don't know, the N64. I've noticed like one thing about like this game that like diehards are really like really like fucked up about, or that is that there aren't like notches in the Switch Pro controller, which I mean you can't fault. That's not like, that's just like, I don't know. I get why, like if you're used to having notches, like why that would be an issue. But I think like, especially for like modern games, you know, notches are, if anything, just a hindrance. A lot of modern games want more like, I guess, like loose, fluid movements, not just make everything kind of stiff. And we're kind of like an era where like, they were kind of like a product from an era where you could really only have like, nope. All right. Yes. Okay. I did it. Okay. I don't think I'm ever gonna get the wing cap one, but at least I got this one. Yeah, notches in the controller were kind of like a product from that era. You know, it's kind of. All right, save and continue. All right, well, at least I finished this episode. It was not all. It was not all for naught. That's a weird sentence. I mean, personally, I think that the N64 was definitely Nintendo's was definitely a system for Nintendo that like, I think was honestly like one of their biggest mistakes. You know, and that's not like, that's gonna sound weird because at the same time, like, it was one of their most revolutionary systems, but they made a lot of really stupid decisions with the N64 that feels, they feel like it's ultimately like what kind of holds the N64 back a little bit. Like the one big one is like the decision to use like cartridges, for example. Like cartridges, like because they decided to use cartridges, it really like, it really screwed them up. You know, like they just, yeah. Uh, Because since they, okay, yeah, I should explain that. Since they use cartridges, they, you know, it was a situation where like most of the third-party developers didn't wanted like, you know, because the N64, if anything, was kind of gimmicky in that way because it had the processing power to run 3D at a time when not too many developers actually knew how to run 3D, and so a lot of developers were just like, I don't want to fuck with that, you know. Um, and then developers like Squaresoft, who were like pretty much like 100% loyal to Nintendo up until that point, had like were like they were like yeah, we don't have enough space on these cartridges to make our long form JRPGs. So shit like Final Fantasy VII came to exclusively the PlayStation, and it was like I just like, you know, like Nintendo went from being like the primary holder of third parties, like especially like Japanese third parties, to being like they've kind of struggled getting like third party support. Like, you know, like their successful consoles like the Wii and Switch have had like a lot of third party products, but they don't tend to get like the third parties that like everyone else just gets. You know, it takes them a little bit, or you know, third parties are hesitant. Like they don't get like the newest like Square games that come to other systems. They instead get like shit like Octopath Traveler that's made specifically for Switch. But that means that like when they have a generation like the Wii U, you know, Square's not going to make an RPG specifically for the Wii U, so it ends up shitting them in the dick. All right, this is kind of a weird in between note to end this episode on, but I think I'm going to call it an episode here. All right, goodbye. I, 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 I swear eventually I'll find a way to make these outros less awkward.